Did you know about this secret room in the forge? It looks useless, but if you break these lucky blocks and craft a dagger out of the Facilium, and then you enhance it with the enhancer, you will eventually max out your critical chance stat, making all your weapons super overpowered inside the forge. And that's just one of the 67 secrets that I'll be showing you guys in today's video. So by the end of today's video, I'll show you how to make infinite money, how to get the best and rarest ores so you can make the best weapons and armor, and I'll even show you how to troll AFK players that are stealing all your ores, because we all hate when players hog the ore, let's be honest. Did you know that if you equip the Dwarf Race, you can increase your chances for foraging? The Dwarf Race gives a 5% chance for better foraging. So with this, we can make overpowered items inside this game. So if you're tired of wasting your materials, yo, use the Dwarf Race. For our next secret, this involves the monkey NPC. If you go to the first world and go into the cave, and you break these big rocks or boulders inside the cave, you can find banana-ite. And even though this thing doesn't sell for a lot of money right now, if you save it all up and give it to the monkey, you can make a lot of money. So once you go to the second world and you swim all the way to this island right here, you will then find this monkey NPC, and he literally has the banana-ite right next to his feet. Once you talk to him and complete his quest and give him 30 banana-ite, he'll give you $10,000. So it's probably a smart thing to not sell all your banana-ite, and definitely don't craft it into weapons or armor. And did you know, just by going into your inventory and going to your index, when you claim any of the items that you collected, you will literally gain so much money and XP. Look, we have 3 items right here. Let's just see how much money we gain. 131 XP, and we gain like $100. See, when you're a low level, make sure you do this, because this thing instantly gets you to island number 2 if you collect enough items and kill enough enemies. A lot of you guys possibly do and don't know this, but if you take this cannon in the second world, and if you go inside the ruined cave, there's a secret AFK spot that is the absolute best spot to farm in this game. And all you have to do is set up an auto clicker with the macro. You want to go like this, and then using tiny tasks, you want to record your gameplay of you clicking on the backpack, going to sell items, selling all your items. You got to make sure you favorite all the items that you want to keep, and then you want to accept it and sell pretty much all your items, and then cancel your recording. And after that, you could be like these guys and farm for the best. Oh my, yo, did he just fall? Yo, you can farm for the best ores, and you can make a lot of money in this spot. A lot of you guys may or may not know this, but this is the best pickaxe in the game, besides the Demonite pickaxe, which I'll show you guys how to unlock later in this video. But this pickaxe has 115 damage and 50% luck, but the only bad thing is it costs us $150,000. But I'm gonna show you guys how to unlock it. First thing you want to do is you want to be in the first world, and you want to go to this guy playing the guitar. His name is Bard. You want to talk to him and accept the quest. Once you accept his quest, you want to go into this cave, and you want to hug the left side, and you will see some bushes in the wall right here. Or you walk into this, and then boom, you will fall into a magical cave. And why is a crayon following us? And you'll see a guitar right here. You grab that guitar and you bring it back to Bard. And once he gives you a key, you go over here into the cave all the way to the right side, and you will see a gate. You go right here, open the gate, and you'll find the arcane pickaxe, which is one of the best pickaxes in this game. It's the second best pickaxe. There's no other competition besides the Demonite pickaxe. But I'm gonna show you guys some pretty cool things later on in this video that you could do with this pickaxe to give it even higher luck stats. All right, guys, there's a lot of debates about what the best race is inside the forge. So I'm gonna show you guys the demon race, which a lot of people say is the best race in the game. The demon race has a 20% movement speed increase, 20% attack speed increase, 20% physical damage increase, 20% stronger fire damage, 30% height, 10% width and depth, and a 25 chance to burn the enemies when you take damage from them. It also, while in combat, gives you a small area that deals 10% of your weapon's damage per second. One of my favorite passives in this game, whenever you dash and teleport, hellfire particles give you a 35% chance to create a hellfire circle, which does AoE to your enemies, dealing 45% damage of your weapon for 3 seconds. And guys, I'm here to tell you that this is the absolute best race in the game for PvP and, well, technically PvE, which means player versus enemy, which means killing enemies in this game. There's no competition. This is the best race for killing enemies, and I'm gonna show you guys how overpowered it really is. We're gonna go into the hardest location, and we're gonna fight the enemies there and see how strong this race really is. So unlike the angel race has a bunch of different passives that help you with non-PvE activities in this game, but this race is strictly for PvP. As y'all can see, that's the hellfire circle. If he walks into here, he takes a lot of damage. Look, he barely walked into here and lost like half his health almost. And just by me standing around enemies, they take damage. As y'all can see, I'm not touching these enemies, And they are taking so much damage right now. But that's only the 6th secret that I have for you guys. Let's just say the secrets get crazier and crazier. And as you guys know, with the dwarf race in this game, you get 15% more mining damage, and then you get a critical mining damage passive, which does a 20% chance to deal 50% damage to the rock. I'm gonna show you guys a build that can literally one-shot rocks inside this game. So first, you need the dwarf class. Next, you need to go to your achievements. You scroll all the way up, and you'll see this mind power boost. And to get this, you have to break a bunch of different rocks, and you increase the percent of damage that you could do to rocks. And if we pair this with the OP axe, like the demonite axe, or even the arcane axe, we can literally get to a point where we can just one-shot rocks. Okay, we literally did not one-shot that. That's kind of crazy. But if we also pair this with the mining potion and also a miner's totem, as you can see, with the miner potion gives us a 10% extra damage. And the miner's totem, even though it's pay to win, it gives 15 extra damage. And if we pair this with the area just like this one, which is the sunken cells, and we place down this totem right here, we can literally pretty much break every single rock. Oh my god, we're doing half damage. Yo, but we can make this even more overpowered if we have mining damage runes. And as y'all can see, this rune has a 13% extra damage. So if we pair all of this together, you can literally get to a point where you're one-shotting rocks. Yo, we just one-shot that rock. What the heck? Wait, this is actually insanely overpowered, bro. So in the beginning of this video, I showed you guys how to increase your critical chance with lucky blocks. But now I'm gonna show you guys how to get inside that room. The first thing that you want to do is you want to go to the first island. And as y'all can see, you would probably spawn somewhere around over here. You want to walk down this path right here. You want to cut a left and just look at our drip. We got the Aura Farmer merch. If y'all want to become an Aura Farmer, all you got to do is subscribe. But then you want to come to this building. Inside this building, there's a secret entrance. There's a hole at the bottom, and once you go all the way down this hole, you will find a room full of lucky blocks, which gives you a secret admin ore. But now I'm gonna show you guys how to actually get inside there. You kind of want to jump on this platform and just dash into the room like here, and you want to aim into this spot right here. If you dash into this part of the building, you will literally glitch inside the building, and all you got to do is fall down this hole. And once you fall down this hole, you will find lucky blocks, and they all have 10,000 HP each. Yes, they are very strong. I do recommend that you have a good axe before you come into here. Also, it'll be good to mention, when you get the Fishilium ore, it literally does 0 defense and 0 damage, so it's not worth it. So I don't recommend actually farming and trying to grind these out. This is like it's a troll item. You get this if you want to have some fun in this game. Do not take this ore serious. You will waste your time. But it's a pretty cool secret that the admins added into the game. Let's move on to the next secret. And for the next thing that you guys probably did not know about this game, whenever you're forging, a lot of the ores in this game have their own passive abilities, which I'll show you guys all the passives pretty soon. But right now, I'm gonna show you guys the minimum requirement that you need to get the passive on a weapon or armor. All right, let's just say we wanted to craft a katana. Let's put some volcanic rocks, and then let's put some Rerolling. So if you want to have the passive of Rerolling on your sword, you have to have at least 30% of the ores as Rerolling. And later in this video, I'll show you guys how to actually calculate that. And as y'all can see, we got boxing gloves. Okay, they're not really boxing gloves, they're like gauntlets. So whenever you're forging, you have to make sure that if you want the passive of the ore that you're forging with, you have to have 30% of that ore inside the item that you're forging. See, as you guys can see right here, it shows that it's 50-50. It's 50% Rerolling, 50% volcanic rocks. So then I will obtain the passive of the Rerolling, which the passive is extra critical chance. So Rerolling is a really good item in this game if you want to add some critical chance to your weapons. So the more ores that you put, the higher the critical chance actually goes up, and it stops at 20%. So make sure you always have 30% of the ore inside your recipe, because if you don't put enough, it'll get cut down on this sword like 11%. See, this sword basically didn't have enough Rerolling. The percent actually went down, making the sword weaker technically. But now this brings us to our next thing that you probably didn't know about this game. Every single ore in this game may or may not have a passive. As you can see, there's certain ores that actually have special attributes, and they can add traits to your weapons and your armor. In the first world, you have poopite. I don't know why you would want to make armor or weapons made out of poop, but it creates a toxic gas that hurts enemies, and this can go in your weapons. But in the second world, the Forgotten Kingdom, all of the ores on the screen right now all have their own special passive abilities, and some cool ones. One of my favorite ones in the game is Lightite, and if you put this on your armor, it gives you a 15% speed boost, and that's literally why my character can run so fast. But one of the most overpowered ones in the game is Darkite, and it gives you a chance to dodge attacks and gain increased movement speed. And you could put this on your armor. You could basically auto dodge in this game if you have Darkrai armor. Let me know what your guys' favorite ores are, but let's get into the next secret because they're only going to get better and better and better, guys. And now I'm going to show you guys a pro trick to get the best ores in the game. So what you want to do is you basically want to go to a mining location. You can go to any rock in the game, and this guy is actually doing it. So the method that we're going to be doing, you basically want to hit rocks, and if you don't like the ores inside of it, just leave it, okay? And this will make sense later, but I'm gonna show you guys. Let's try it out on this one. So basically you want to get the rocks at about half health, and boom, there we go. The rock is at half health, and this rock actually has some pretty good ores inside of it. It has emerald and rubies, but let's just say we didn't like the stuff that was inside of it. Basically, you will leave this rock and let it respawn without breaking it, and it takes roughly about 20 to 30 seconds, and it respawns just like that. Now let's go ahead and break this rock, and let's just see what we can get now. So every time that the rock resets, it has different ores inside of it, and look at that. It has Rivalite and eye ores, so technically got better ores inside of it, which I actually kind of need both of those. So once you see the ores that you actually like, you will break the rock, and then boom, that is one of the best strategies in this game to becoming a pro player. In this cave is the demonic pickaxe, and it's the best pickaxe in the game, but it costs us $500,000, and to upgrade it, it costs us even more. But in the Forge's first update, they added a quest to actually unlock this thing, and I'm gonna show you guys how to actually unlock it. So basically, you want to go down into the volcano cave biome. Basically, you want to go into the back of the cave right here, and you'll find a hole inside the cave. Once you go down this tunnel, you will find this quest giver. His name is Scowl. I think that definitely says Scowl. But once you do his quest, he'll ask you to find a bunch of demonite, which is the rock, the ore that's inside his hand. And this is literally what it looks like. And you can only find it inside volcanic rocks, which is the hardest rock to break inside the game as of right now. And this is literally what they look like. But after you find 3 demonite, you go back to Scowl, you give it to him, and then once he gives you a demonic key, you go over here, and there's going to be a door right here. You walk in, click E, you open the door, and then the hardest part of this whole challenge is not finding the demonite. It's actually affording this pickaxe. It costs $500,000. And what makes it even crazier, to upgrade this pickaxe, it costs us $150,000 to put a rune on it. So overall, to fully upgrade this pickaxe and to put a rune in every single slot, you will need over $1 million, which I have some secrets in this video that will help you make more money in this game so you can eventually afford this pickaxe. And guys, now it's time for the rarest ore inside the game. What if I told you guys the rarest ore that you can get inside the game, I don't even have it unlocked, and it's called the arcane crystal, and it goes right here, and it's a 1 out of 100,000. And guys, this is what it looks like. You can only find it inside of the crystals inside the goblin cave, which I'll show you guys later how to actually get inside of. But it has a 7.5 multiplier, and it's a 1 out of 100,000. So if you thought the other ores in this game were hard to get, this ore is 100 times harder to unlock, which is kind of crazy. And right now, I'm gonna show you guys one of the most easiest and most underrated materials to craft armor and weapons. If you're a noob and you have a lot of tryhard friends, I recommend that you do this. All right, so you can either kill a bunch of skeletons and get bonite. The reason why, I'll show you guys why, but you want to unlock as much bonite as possible. Or the other alternative, if you have any tryhard friends that have this area unlocked and you are a noob, all you have to do is land 1 hit on a slime and you can get, oh my, what is going on? Oh my gosh. Yo, we're burning. All right, and there we go. We got the epic slimite. And the reason why I said this might be one of the best armors in the game is because you don't have to mine for it. You can literally hit an enemy 1 time, have a pro player kill the enemy, and you can unlock the bones or the slimite. Or you could just kill any enemy in the game. In the second world, any skeleton, you can literally unlock bonite that easy. But once you do either the bonite or the slimite, you can unlock these weapons and this armor, which I'll equip it and show you guys it right now. As y'all can see, I have a full set of slimite armor. I crafted a katana out of slimite, and it does 63 damage per hit with a 0.6 attack speed, which is not that bad considering all we had to do was kill slime. And then the chest piece has 183 damage. The boots have 138, and then the helmet has 87 defense. And the armor looks pretty cool, and it's honestly better than a lot of the armor that you get from mining ores. So I definitely recommend that if you have a lot of friends, you guys could possibly work together, kill some skeletons or kill some slimes, and unlock this slimite only armor. You guys are probably wondering, what's the best armor inside of the forge? And in my opinion, even though it doesn't have the craziest defense, it definitely has the most aura. Everyone and their mom wants Lightite armor. And the reason why everyone wants it, not only do you glow like a glow lamp, but it literally has the fastest movement speed in the game. All right, guys, look, this player is so much slower than me. This is how fast I am compared to him. He's literally running at the speed of a snail. and I'm literally running circles around him. He said I lost. I asked him to race me. He just said I lost. Look how much faster we are compared to him. Oh my god, and that's not doing any dashes. That's why everyone and their mom wants this armor, guys. That's why I call it the Godspeed armor, because you literally run at the speed of light, and that's why I think it's called Lightite. One other thing that a lot of people don't know, the supporter game pass is not a waste of money. Even though it just says supporter, it doesn't tell you what you actually get. I'm gonna show you guys what you actually get from buying this. And also subscribe and like the video right now if you guys want a chance to win any of these game passes, because if this video hits 5,000 likes, I will give away every single game pass to 5 different people. But you gotta be a subscriber. But if you go to the store of the game and you go to the supporter game pass, it costs us 379 Robux, but you get a 10% XP bonus and a 10% luck boost in this game. So secretly, this actually increases your luck percent, which a lot of people don't know that. And it's technically the only game pass in the game that gives you additional luck, besides the totems, which are kind of dev products. They're not really game passes. And next, I'm gonna show you guys the next secret. Did you know that there's a luck build in this game? And I'm gonna show you guys how to actually get it. Basically, if you guys want to create the luck build, all you need to do is have the angel race. An editor, I want you to put on the bottom of the screen how much luck we have overall with this whole entire build. All right, so the angel race gives you a passive of 30% luck boost. Then you drink luck potions. The luck potion then gives you a 20% extra luck boost. Then you have your pickaxe's additional luck. If you use the arcane pickaxe, you can get a 50% luck boost. But for this video, I'm gonna use the demonite pickaxe, which has a 47.5% luck boost. And once you do that, then you can add a mining shard, which gives you a max of 15% additional luck. But my mining shards got me up all the way to 43%. So with your pickaxe, your race, potions, the supporter game pass that gave us 10%, and last but not least, the achievements. There's an achievement in this game for playing the game. If you play 100 hours, at 100 hours, you can get a 40% luck increaser. And last but not least, the pay to win option. This is very optional, but if you use a luck totem, you get 25 additional luck. And with this is how much luck you can actually max out into this game. But maybe over time, the developers will add more game passes and more items that can make it even higher. But so far, this is the highest amount you can get. You guys could try this build out and let me know what type of ores you guys get in the comment section. And now for the next secret. This is a money secret. This secret is going to help you make a lot of money inside the forge. All you need is a pretty decent weapon, and you can pretty much go into any area that you want. So I'm gonna equip my absolute best weapon right now, and I'm also going to set down a warrior totem. And also, I'm going to increase the critical chance booster to help me out even more. But with this, you can literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single hour inside the forge. So basically, with all this, you just want to go on a killing rampage and kill every single enemy that you can find in this game. Oh my days. And what we're looking for is the essences, and this is the essence farming method. This is probably one of the easiest ways to make a lot of money in this game, but you do need either friends to kill the enemies, or you need a good weapon that can solo every enemy in this game, which isn't that hard to create, which I'll show you guys how to craft and forge better weapons later on in this video. And we just got smoked. So if you put all of your essences and you try to sell them, and these are pretty much all the essences that I got in the past 2 hours of playing this game. Let's just see how much money they actually sell for. And this sells for $60,000, which isn't bad. If we wanted to right now, we can literally keep farming and make way more money, because I kind of wasted all my money on that demonic pickaxe, which costed $1 million. But let's go on to the next secret. Everyone might be wondering, how the heck do you get the Dark Knight armor? And as y'all know, the Dark Knight armor is the most drippy armor inside this game, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can craft it. So basically, this is the Dark Knight version of the chest piece. As y'all can see, it has a literal cape, and then the normal version would be like my Lightite armor chest piece. And as y'all can see, there's no cape, it's just a normal chest piece. This is what the Dark Knight helmet looks like. It has like a little like tail at the end, and it has like feathers pointing out. And these are Dark Knight leggings, and then these are normal leggings, and then this is a normal helmet. As y'all can see, the Dark Knight armor looks way better than the normal Knight armor, and I'm gonna show you guys how to craft it. So basically, in the forge, we first have to put a lot of materials inside of here. And as y'all can see, once you get to the heavy version, you have to put at least 15 to 30 materials inside the forge, and then you start unlocking the heavy category. So then you have heavy leggings, heavy helmet, and then you have the heavy chest plate. And inside of here, you have a 50% chance to get the Dark Knight leggings, a 50% chance to get the Dark Knight helmet, and then a 50% chance to get the Dark Knight chest plate. And let's just put a bunch of bone knight in here. Let's just see if we can get a Dark Knight chest plate or a helmet the first try. But let's just see what we get right now. All right, there we go. And we got the normal knight chest plate. So this part is all RNG. You kind of can't control what you get, but that's why you just got to keep putting ores inside of it and keep recrafting it if you really want the Dark Knight. But it's definitely definitely worth it because it increases the defense and it just looks better. It has a literal cape if you craft a chest piece. And now, after I showed you guys the essence farming method, now I'm gonna show you guys the best items to craft in the game to make a lot of money. So first, you want to go to the forge, and after you've been mining or farming for materials, I like using rubies, emeralds, and mithril. So the first item that you can craft is the heavy chest plate. So if we do a heavy chest plate, you can literally give yourself a 71% chance. But if you want to like save some ores, you can literally get yourself all the way down to like a 54% chance. That's as low as I'll go. And then we got a night chest plate, and now we're going to see how much money it sells for. Right here, as you guys can see, we have a 100% ruby chest plate, and it sells for $4,000. Another ore that I like using to make a lot of money is mithril. So if you throw a lot of mithril into the furnace, let's put some rubies in here. And the second item that I like crafting is the colossal swords category. This category does extremely well for making a lot of money in this game. But let's go ahead and craft it and see what we get. And we got a colossal hammer. And as y'all can see, we just crafted the mithril hammer. Let's just see how much money it sells for. It does 44 damage, and it sells for $4,000. So overall, with the two items that we crafted, we can literally sell everything that we crafted in today's video for $13,000. So if you pair this with AFK mining plus the foraging techniques I just showed you guys, you can make a lot of money in this game. And for the next secret, a lot of people don't know this, but if you want to upgrade your pickaxe in this game, you need miner shards. And miner shards have 3 different abilities. They can give you extra mining damage, they can give you the yield, which gives you a 8% chance to get extra ores when you mine, or they can give you swiftness, which allows you to mine faster with the pickaxe. Now I'm gonna show you guys exactly the best place to farm to get as much mining shards as possible. All right, you first want to go into the cave. All right, you can go in any entrance, but we're going to enter from over here. So from the top of the cave, you have 3 different options. You can go to the danger zone, the middle zone, or the low level area. And there's one specific enemy that we're looking for, which spawns in pretty much every single last area. And you want to look for these guys right here. The bomber is the only enemy in the game that can drop the miner shard. So you want to run around this cave and you want to find as much bombers as possible. And guys, while you're killing these bombers, remember it's only a 1 out of 15% chance that they'll actually drop the shard. And there we go, guys. We just got the miner shard. It took longer than I thought, but you definitely want to kill the bombers and they're going to give you miner shards. All right, guys, and the best game passes that you guys want to buy in this game, this is another secret, but it is a pay to win secret. But don't worry, you want to buy the sell anywhere game pass. This is probably the most important one because with this, you're able to do the AFK farming method. So this is the biggest and best game pass that you could buy. Another good one is the forge anywhere or the better forge. It also increases the forge quality to make sure that you always get better items when you actually forge. But remember, if you guys subscribe right now, I am giving away game passes to my subscribers, but you got to be part of the ore farmers if you want to win some. So I just showed you guys how to get the best mining runes. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to get the best armor runes, because yes, there's runes for your armor as well. The runes for your armor are called the Briar's Notch, and they can give you the Thorn ability, they can give you movement speed abilities, and they can also give you swiftness, which allows you to move faster. And then you also have the Rage Mark, which you could put on your armor as well, which gives you Berserker, and it can also give you the movement speed ones like Phase and Swiftness as well. But now I'm gonna show you guys where to get armor runes at. All right, so you want to kill this guy right here, the Death Axe Skeleton. These are the absolute best characters in the game to get the armor runes. And for the Briar's Notch, I definitely recommend that you guys go follow me. Okay, so basically you want to come to the top where Rowan. All right, you want to come to his campfire. All right, you come back over here and you go to the volcano area, the sign that says danger on top of it. We can either go down to the volcano, but I'm gonna show you guys how to get the easier one first. All right, you first want to come down here, come through here, and then you guys want to come into the, I don't know what this area is actually called, but inside this area is where you're going to find the runes for the armor runes. Basically, you want to run around in this area until the big guys spawn. So we're going to have to kill all the little guys first. All right, and the chances of getting it to spawn is a 1 out of 50. And then we can also kill the elite death skeleton. He can give it to you for 1 out of 40. But then you can kill the reaper and he can give you the, oh, not the reaper, but the elite rogue skeleton. He'll give you the rage mark for 1 out of 25. So here we go. In this area, they spawn so many of these guys. All right, will you be the one to drop? No, he did not drop the shard. Yo, nobody wants to drop runes today, bro. This is crazy. All right, what about you? It has to be you, right? And he drops the wrong rune. But you guys get the point. You want to kill the Death Axe skeletons and they could drop the rune, or the elite rogue skeleton, which is in the bottom in the volcano biome. Now guys, for the next thing that a lot of people don't know, to get weapon runes, pretty much every enemy in the game can drop a weapon rune. But the different ones you have is Drain Edge, which gives you life steal. You got the Venom Crumb, you have Blast Chip, you have Flame Spark, and all of these can give you different abilities like Burn, Explosion, Poison, critical damage, attack speed, and also Fracture, which allows you to stun stun the enemies when you hit them. And guys, literally every enemy in the game almost can drop in a weapon rune. But did you guys know that there's a secret room inside the volcanic area that has literally nothing in it yet, but it might be a secret quest that comes really soon. So first, in the volcanic area, if you look in this back corner right here, there's a gate. And a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a boss that spawns in here soon. But inside of here, there's literally nothing here, but it goes pretty deep down and there's literally nothing that you can even do inside of here yet. Maybe in the next update, they'll update the room and add some stuff into that secret room. Before this game actually came out, there was a secret ore called Galaxite, and it was a 1 in a million chance to get it. And this is what it looked like. Currently in the game right now, it's not in the game. You literally cannot unlock it, and it's a 1 out of a million chance. It's possibly maybe in the game. It's just so rare that nobody's gotten it yet. But maybe in the future, there will be admin abuse, or the admins actually allow people to unlock this rare ore. And then also, if you guys don't know, admin abuse is also including the 2x server luck. So who knows what other types of admin abuse the admins will actually do in this game. All right, guys, and there's this website. If you go on Google and you search up the Forge calculator, there's a literal calculator that could tell you what you will get and the chances of all the things that you can get from forging. If you want to forge and you don't want to mess it up, I definitely recommend that you use this. So as you can see, it tells you the percent of every single item that you can get in this game. So right here, if you want to craft the Demon Slayer sword, which has a 7% chance, the more ores that you throw inside of here increases the chance every single time. But even if you have a passive effect ore, if you throw other ores inside of here, it will tell you all the different passives that you can get. So if you don't want to mess up your forging, make sure you use this calculator. It can help you a lot and save a lot of time for you in this game. All right, guys, in the forge, as you guys know, everything is off RNG. Everything is a percent chance. So the more ores that you throw inside of here, it tells you the chance that you can actually get. Even though katana is one class, there's 2 different katanas that you can actually unlock in this section. And the Detaching, the rarer item, is the more overpowered version of the sword or the weapon or even the armor. But that might be the most annoying thing about this game, because you can waste a lot of ores and not get what you actually want in this game. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think the best weapon in this game is so far? All right, guys, and this is the trolling secret. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to troll some players in this game, but it does require you to have this demonic pickaxe. So if you ever see some players AFK farming, let's just say you want the spot for yourself. Did you know you can actually move players in this game? If you swing and you like rub yourself against these players, you can actually move their position. It's possible that they might have took this out the game since they updated this pickaxe. Oh no, they took it out the game. Guys, basically you were able to do this and you're able to move players out this spot by just going up and down and moving them with the pickaxe, because the pickaxe had collisions on it. So anything that you walked into would literally move. Now guys, we are going to make the fastest pickaxe in the entire game. So as y'all know, the Lightite armor is the fastest armor in the game. So if you actually buy the Lightite pickaxe, it is one of the fastest in the game. It has a 30% mining bonus. And if I'm not mistaken, it is the fastest pickaxe in the entire game because it's literally made out of Lightite. But what if I told you guys you can make it even faster to the point where it's the fastest pickaxe in the entire game without any competition? I'm gonna show you guys how we can do that. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna need more money. We bought 2 packs worth of coins. Now let's buy this pickaxe, and we officially own the Lightite pickaxe. But as you guys know, this pickaxe only has 2 slots. As y'all can see, it literally has 2 slots, and it does 100% damage. But we can make it swing even faster, guys. We're just gonna need a little bit more money. Now we're going to go to this guy, the rune maker, and we're going to put attack speed rune on top of this axe. Okay, I think 6% is actually the best one you can get. Let's go ahead and attach this onto this pickaxe, and let's attach this one as well. So now we added an additional 12% mining speed. I just want to see how fast it does. Oh my god, this thing's so fast. But guys, we can get it even faster because we have the miner potion. And we also, if we go to the shop, we could buy a miner totem. And with this, our pickaxe has a 30% base mining speed. We get a 20% bonus from the miner totem. And then from the potions, we get a 15%. So overall, I think, what 75 or 85% mining speed bonus. Now let's go test this out on some rocks. Oh my god, this might be the method. Look how fast we're swinging, bro. All right, editor, I want you to set a timer. We're going to use the Lightite pickaxe. And then we're going to use the demonic pickaxe. And we're going to see which one can break the rock to halfway first. There we go. Start the timer. There we go. Let's see which one gets first. Yo, this pickaxe actually might be the best one in the game for breaking these rocks the fastest. And there we go. We're halfway. But now we're going to use the demonic pickaxe and see if it's faster at breaking the rocks. All right, editor, start the time now. Boom. Wait. Yo, so this does double the damage, but it's like less speed. Actually, I don't know. Only the editor will be able to know once he sets the timer for this. But we got absolutely nothing for both of them. Let me know what you guys think. Speed or power? Which one's better? Which one was faster? Next, in the newest update, they added a way to remove your armor. So if you go into your inventory and you click on this white eye, you can literally take off all your armor. So I have the full power of my armor. I have the full speed of the Lightite armor. And I also have the glowing effect, but I don't have to wear it. I can literally wear my Roblox avatar, which is pretty cool. And did you guys know that your essences don't take up all the space in your stash? If you guys go into your stash, you'll find that even though we have 486% out of 720, we have more essences than even space in our inventory. So even though you have a lot of essences, you never really have to sell them, guys, unless you want to make money from them. Another thing, make sure you guys favorite the items that you want to save in your inventory. And this just makes sure that you will never delete them on accident. For example, we go to sell items and we click select all. Because I don't have this favorited, we can almost accidentally sell it if we weren't paying attention. And I recommend that you do this for your runes and all the ores that you think are really good and that you want to save. And earlier in the video, we did the demon race and talked about how it's the best race for PvE. So now we're going to talk about the angel race and how it's the best race overall in the game. So the angel race, it's a 0.5% chance to get it, just like the demon race. And it does a negative 20% dash cooldown, 50% dash distance, 15% longer dash, iframe, which we'll get into later in this video. Then you have a 20% movement speed, 25% jump, 20% stamina boost, and then this is where it starts getting good. You have a 30% luck boost, and then you have a 50% chance to call a smite on a hit for 30% of your physical damage. So you could basically do 30% of your weapon's damage to an enemy if you hit them. So you can kind of like do a critical strike in a way. And then you have this ability called Holy Hand, which has infinite stamina when you're below 20% health. And this is the best race for mining and getting good items and good ores in this game because it has the 30% luck boost, and is really good for PvE because it has the smite ability. And now I'm gonna show you guys the infinite quest line. If you're a beginner and low level in this game, I recommend that you grab this quest over and over and over again because it has no limit. But you want to go into the cave, there's two quests. You want to grab the Mute the Brave, all right? And then you want to grab the Nord's quest. So basically, one is for killing and then one is for basically mining. Basically, we're gonna complete both of these quests and we're gonna see how much money it gives us. All right, we have one more zombie to kill. Let's just see how much XP we get and we finish the quest. All right, let's go talk to this guy and see how much money he gives us. He gave us money and he gave us like 39 XP. But if you're like level 1, do that quest, trust me. Now I'm gonna show you guys all the quests that you need to accept in the second world. Obviously, we have the first quest, which was the monkey quest. This monkey quest can literally give you $10,000 so easily. So I definitely recommend that you accept that quest. All right, you want to come over here, you want to accept this Baraf Kolof quest. You want to accept Sensei Moreau's quest, this guy's quest. You want to accept the Isaac guy's quest. Captain Rowan is the main quest. You want to make sure you accept that. All right, but now you want to go inside of here and you want to go to this guy right around the corner and accept his quest as well, Amber. And once you accept all of that, now you can finally explore and have some fun in the second world. And this is going to make sure that you get the most XP and money as possible from doing all these quests. And make sure when you complete the quest, go get it again because some of them have 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts. And some of them even have daily quests. So as you guys know, if you click T and you go to your backpack and you go to shop, you can reroll your race right here. But did you know that there's an actual NPC where you could reroll your race from? And I'm really wondering, does he have a higher chance to give you angel or demon race? Basically, you got to be in the second world and then you want to go next to spawn. You want to take this right here. You want to go into the castle, the wizard castle. And once you go inside of here, you're going to see the wizard, which is actually the owner of the game. And then you want to talk to him and you want to go to, I want to change my race. And he'll send you to this menu right here and let me know. This might have a higher chance of actually unlocking the overpowered races in this game. But let me know what you guys get because I don't want to reroll right now. I have the best races possible. The next thing that you guys probably did not know about this game is how to craft overpowered weapons. I'm gonna show you guys a full guide on how to craft the best weapons in this game. If you want to have a one-shot weapon build, you want to go for a colossal sword, which you need at least 30 ores inside the forge to get a guaranteed chance. You want to use ores like Magmite, which allows you to get explosion effect on your weapons. You want to use Fireite. When you hit an enemy, they literally burn on fire. And you want to use Eye ores. It gives you a 15% damage booster. These are the actual best ores for you to use on your weapons. And like I was saying before, if you want to have a one-shot build, you want to craft any of these colossal swords. And you will do the most damage, but you'll swing very slow. But if you want to have a fast pace, fast attacking, and you want to do a lot of damage quick, I suggest the Tachi, the Revelator, or the Chaos. But if you want something in the middle, then I recommend anything in the Great Sword or the Great Axe. These two will actually swing pretty decently fast, but also do a lot of damage as well. And then after you do that, you want to enhance your weapons. You go over here and you talk to this guy, this scammer. Okay, and once you talk to this scammer, then you'll pick your weapon that you want to enhance. So for example, I enhanced this weapon today, which is a Magmite gloves. And it does 84 damage a hit. These are my best weapons in the game so far. So once you enhance that, you're going to need a bunch of essences. And then you want to come to the rune maker. And once you're here, you want to add all the weapon runes that I told you guys how to get earlier in this video. You can also increase the attack speed. You can add effects. You can do all these different things to make your runes even better and make your weapon better overall. But once you have 2 to 3 rune slots and you enhance the weapon, your weapon should be pretty overpowered. And I'm going to show you guys how strong mine is. But to make your weapons even more overpowered, you will have to use the first step in today's video, which was to get maxed out critical chance boosts, if it's not nerfed already. But basically with that, oh, okay, let's see how much damage we do. Oh my god, we're getting cooked. All right, so basically this weapon can 4-hit the Reaper, which is the strongest enemy in the game. And just like that, we killed the Reaper. All right, guys, and just like that, that's how you craft the most overpowered weapons and make them as strong as possible in this game. I'm surprised a lot of people don't know this, but this is a very important step. Basically, did you know that you can stack your potions? Let's say you have multiple potions. You can drink all of them at the same time, and it stacks the time. So this gives us 5 minutes. If you drink it again, you can go to 10 minutes. If we drink it again, we can go to 15 minutes, and you guys get the point. The more potions you drink, the longer the time gets. It stacks. You can do this for all the potions in the game. So if you want to grind and farm for 1 hour, just drink like 10 luck potions and you'll have it. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna show you guys every single location that you should be mining at for every single level of player in this game. So if you're a beginner, I'm gonna show you the best spot. If you're a medium tier player, and then if you're a final game in-game type of player. So if you're a beginner, you can actually farm in this area. This place is literally called the Decent Beginning. And basically the cave is designed to show you every single level of player. So if you're a beginner, you go to the left side. If you're a medium, you go to the medium one. And then if you're like a pro level player, you go all the way over here. In this area, this is absolute beginner. And then when you come over here, I definitely recommend farming right here if you're just getting into the second world. But once you get to emerald and rubies and you're like a mid-level player, now I'm gonna show you guys exactly where to go. So now you want to come to the middle cave. You really want to come down into this area as well. This is the same exact area, but this area is so good because you can mine so many different rocks at the same time. Like, look at this. We're mining 2 rocks at the same time right now. But now I'm gonna show you guys mid-tier and the high-level zones. All right, so the right side of the cave with the danger sign is for high tier and mid level. So for high tier players, you obviously want to go into the volcano. That's the absolute best place to mine. But if you're mid tier and you're trying to get to high tier, you want to come in this area right here. This is the best farming area if you're trying to get some Lightite armor, if you want to get all emerald armor, if you want to get all ruby armor. And obviously, if you're like max tier, high level player, you want to come to the volcano. The volcano is the best place for people that basically beat the games. I showed you guys all the runes in the game and how to get them. Now I'm gonna show you guys all the runes in the game and what they have on them. All right, so you have the flame spark rune, which gives you the burn effect. It can also give you secondary effects like fracture, critical chance, lethality, and also critical damage. Then you have the blast chip runes. This gives you the explosion effect on your weapons. And then you can also get the secondary effects like attack speed, critical chance, critical damage, and so on. Then you have the drain edge, which gives you lifesteal and the secondary enchantments. And then you have the briar notch, which is good for your armor. This gives you thorns and it gives you phase and a bunch of movement ability. You have the minor shards, which is the shards in the game for your pickaxe. And then you have the rage mark, which is good for your armor as well. Also the toxic ones, which just came out, which gives you the poison effects for your weapon. Let me know what your guys' favorite runes are and what you guys think is the most overpowered for the weapon. And guys, if you want to make your weapons OP so you can put runes on them, you need to talk to the scammer. His name is the Enhancer. And the reason why I call him a scammer is because, let's just show you guys. Basically, to enhance your weapon or your armor, it's a percent. So you can fail it and you can lose your runes on your weapon or armor. But after you get to a certain level, you can then put 1 rune, 2 runes, or 3 runes on your weapons and armor. So this guy is mandatory in upgrading all of your items in this game. And this brings me to the only way that you can upgrade your pickaxe inside this game. See, your pickaxe can't get enhanced. So however many runes your pickaxe comes with, you can only talk to the rune maker. So basically, the only way to upgrade your pickaxe is by getting runes. And I showed you guys earlier how to get mining runes. So basically, once you buy the pickaxe, the only way to actually increase the stats is by adding mining runes. There's only 3 different options. You can do swift mining, you can get luck, or mind power. So be very careful with whatever ones you put on your pickaxe. I'm gonna show you guys how to actually detach the runes that you put on your weapons and axes, an example. Basically, you go to the rune maker and you go to the weapon that you want to take the rune off of. You click on the rune and then there's a button that says detach. I did not know this for the longest. This would have saved me so much money and time. So I showed you guys this earlier, but every single achievement in the game can give you a boost to some some random skill or stat. So if you forge 100 weapons, you get attack speed bonus, and it goes all the way up to 20%, which is pretty overpowered in my opinion. If you get 20% and you get like a heavy weapon that has a 1-second attack speed, and you throw this on there, you can make the weapon way better. Then we have Monster Slayer, which increases your stamina. This is probably one of the worst ones in the game in my opinion. Then you have Master Miner. If you break 10,000 rocks, you can get a 20% bonus for your mining power, so you do more damage to rocks. Then you have Armor Smith, which gives you a health boost. All you gotta do is craft armor in this game. Then you have Experienced Master, which gives you an XP multiplier. And to get max XP multiplier, you have to reach 200 levels, which gives you a 30% boost. Then you have a movement speed boost, and all you have to do is explore 25 areas. I don't even think there's 25 areas in this game yet, so I don't even think you can unlock this all the way yet. And then you have critical chance boost, which there is 2 versions of how to unlock this. And all you have to do is get 100 runes applied to get 21%. Then you have dedicated player. If you play this game for 100 hours, you can get a 40% luck boost. Then you have boss hunter. By killing bosses, you can increase your damage, which I don't think there's a single boss in this game yet, so we can't do this yet. But this does show a hint that there's going to be bosses in this game. And the last but not least is the upgrade master. If you upgrade 100 items with the enhancer, you can get a 35% chance for your critical boost, which is pretty insane. This is one of the more obvious things that a lot of people probably do or don't know, but you can hit multiple rocks at once. So if you place yourself perfectly between multiple rocks, you can end up hitting 3 rocks. So guys, this game is a lot about placement. So you want to be strategic and place yourself in places where you can hit multiple rocks at the same time so you can get more ores faster. And guys, this is probably controversial, but since the luck boost was 2x, has anyone noticed getting better ores? I think this 2x luck boost is a scam. I have not gotten a single better ore. Things have not been better for me yet, but let me know what you guys think. Right now, I think this 2x luck boost weekend has been a scam. I haven't felt it yet. For 49, as y'all can see, the goblin race is one of the most overpowered races in the game because it will save you a lot of money. As y'all can see, he has a 15% movement bonus, 10% dagger attack speed bonus. He has 15% less health and 15% less size. But the reason why he's overpowered is because he gets 12% discount from shopping. For any item in this game, if you want to buy the demonic pickaxe, it costs 12% less. And for secret number 50, every race in the game starts from the human race, who gets a 3% luck boost and a 3% experience boost. Then you have elf, who gets a 7% luck boost, 15% stamina, 5% height. Then you have zombie, which is probably the worst race in the game, which has a 2% health regeneration every 5 seconds, negative 25% health, and he has a 15% chance to convert damage into health. Then you have goblin, you have the undead, you have the orc, dwarf, shadow, minotaur, dragonborn, golem, angel, and then the demon race. Let me know what your guys' favorite race is in the game, and let me know what you guys think is the best one. A lot of people don't know this, but the angel race is the only race that actually tells you about this. It tells you that there's an iframe, and it says that there's a 15% longer dash iframe. Iframe stands for invincibility frame. So did you guys know that when you're dashing, you literally you can't take damage when you're dashing. So when you dash, you're literally in God mode. You cannot be hit and you cannot take damage from melee. All right, guys, and now I'm gonna show you guys the best armor that you should be using for every single level. And I'm gonna do this with the index. So from level 1 to 20, you should probably be using everything on this page right here. But once you unlock the Forgotten Kingdom, from level 20 all the way to 50, you should be using from Kobo all the way to Culprite. These are probably the best ores that you can get your hands on from level 1 to 50. And once you're past level 50, you can start getting your hands on some emeralds and some rubies. That's probably the best ore that you can use for armor at that level. And then after that, once you get to like, I'll just say level 75 plus, I would say obsidian, mithril only armor, uranium, pretty much anything else in the game. And last but not least, once you're past level 100, if you can get your hands on demonite and darkite, go ahead and do it. But guys, I prefer lightite. I think it's the best armor in the game that you can make because of the movement speed that it gives you. And guys, for secret 53, the best weapons that you can use in the game, a lot of people don't know this, but the best items that you can get in the game that do the best and craziest damage are all the 1 out of 16 items. Everything on the right side of these pages. So the hook, the longsword, the scythe, the tachi, the chaos, the revelator, the dragon slayer, pretty much everything in this section does a lot of damage and are the most overpowered. So if you're crafting and forging, make sure you aim and try to go for the second best option, the more rare weapon. I already said this, but I wish someone was there to tell me this. If you're ever selling your items inside your stash and you select all you got to do is hold this and you literally can delete the whole stack. If you don't do that, then you literally have to deselect it one by one. So if you just click and hold, you can literally save and take out your whole stack from getting deleted. deleted. Or you could just be slow and go one by one, and it's gonna take forever. Guys, you'll realize that in this game, everything is RNG, from your luck percent to crafting. And I want you guys to think about this. So if we do emeralds, okay, the possibility of actually crafting in this game is crazy. For example, if we wanted to craft the revelators, there's a 22% chance that we have to craft them right now. But within that 22% chance, there's basically a 100% chance that we can get the iron hand, but then there's a 25% chance that we can get this. But basically, even though it's a 25% chance of getting the revelators, I'm not a mathematician right now. Like I don't know the equation, but basically this is way less than 25%. It's probably like 1% chance that we can even craft a revelator. And that goes with every single item in this game. There's a percent chance that you can get ores. And then when you're actually crafting your armor, you want to make sure that you don't waste your ores and craft the wrong item. So that's why it's good to use the calculator that I showed earlier in the video. Secret number 56, guys. We only have 11 more. And remember, the secrets are only going to get better and be more helpful. If y'all have liked today's video so far, subscribe if I've helped you at all on the forge. But for this one, it's going to save you a lot of money. So as you guys know, in this game, there's a seller that you can literally sell your ores to. And the guy looks like this. His name is Greedy Say. All right, so if you talk to Say, which is one of the admins of this, owners of this game, let's just say you wanted to sell, let's do 31 emeralds. All right, now if you accept this, he'll give you $1,000. Now let's compare how much money he'll give you if we actually forge this into a weapon. All right, so if we forge this and put 31 emeralds and we make a sword out of it, let's see how much more money we can get. This will show you how important it is to save your money in this game and to not sell things to Say. All right, but anyways, there we go. We just broke this. Now let's see how much money we can get if we do a perfect craft. So the selling value of this is $3,000. So we get 3 times more money if we just craft it into a weapon. Now let's go sell it to this guy real quick, and boom, let's sell it, and boom, we can make $3,000. So if you want to make more money, do not sell it to the Greedy Say guy. Sell it to the weapon forger buyer. Sell it to Woo. And now I'm gonna show you guys the best armors to make a lot of money as well. If you don't want to make colossal weapons, you can also make colossal armors. But there's a special ore in this game that makes you a lot of money if you actually make armor out of it, which is mithril. I'm gonna show you guys the value of it. And then you also have, yeah, let's craft like a full armor chest piece out of emeralds, and let's just see how much money it sells for. Let's go for a chest plate. The weapon that we just crafted sold for 3,000. Let's see if this armor piece sells for more. This will show you what's better to craft, armor or weapons. And this one sells for the same amount. So if you guys want to make more money, create the colossal weapons, not the armor, guys. And what if I told you that this game had a built-in auto clicker? And no, you don't need to buy it from a Game Pass. This game has a literal auto clicker glitch. So let's say you're mining something, all right? Let's just say you're mining. Boom, boom, you're mining. And then you do this escape menu. All you got to do is let go. And my hands are literally off the mouse, but I'm still mining. So if you want to ever AFK farm, all you got to do is hold the button, click escape, drag your mouse over it, and you can literally have like an auto clicker basically. And a lot of people don't know this, but if you look in the distance in the second world, you will actually see a secret island all the way over there. And we're gonna go see what that is, okay? I don't know if we can actually go reach it, but as y'all can see, there's like a literal island over there. What the heck is that? There's literally nothing there. I wonder if there's something inside of it though. Look how far we are from the island, bro. We're nowhere close to this thing. If y'all want me to actually go into it and explore it, let me know and I'll actually do it for another video. But that thing will literally take hours to get to. All right, guys, there's one secret method that you guys need to be using so that you never lose out on good ores. And this method is actually decreasing your quality of your PC. A lot of you guys, your PCs might actually just be like this normally. But if you're farming in the volcano area on high graphics, it's kind of hard to see what you get because when the graphics are all the way up, it's kind of hard to see it, guys. I'm gonna be honest. As y'all can see, this is broken, and there we go. We see that we've got nothing from it. But if we increase our quality back up to the normal quality that I usually play at, it's kind of hard to see what you get. All right, guys, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get max damage in this game. All right, if you want to make your weapons do as much damage as possible, you want to buy these damage potions right here. I'm gonna buy 3 of them. You can equip the achievement of critical chance or the damage achievement, which I don't have it maxed out, so I'm not gonna wait, no one can use that right now. There's literally no bosses in this game. But the next thing that you want to do, this is the pay to win method, but you can do the warrior totem, which increases your damage for 30 minutes, which doesn't make any sense. How does your damage increase for 30 minutes? But the totem only lasts for 5. That's kind of weird. But let's go put this down. Let's drink this potion. Let's just see how much damage we can do. Oh my god. It doesn't seem like we're doing much more damage. But with this, increases your damage to the max potential, guys. Oh my god. Okay, we 3-shotted him. I feel like we were already 3-shotting him without the damage potion and without this thing. Oh my god. No, we actually did a lot. Oh my god, we cooked his health. And if we switch to a bigger sword, I'm pretty sure we can get guaranteed one-shots. All right, let's do this big one. All right, we got to drink another damage potion real quick. All right, can we one-shot a Reaper? Oh, we half-shotted him. All right, we kind of one-shotted him. He already had half health, though. But you guys see what it is. That's the best way to get as much damage as possible. Make sure you're getting those damage potions. And now I'm going to show you guys the method for the fastest way to mine. What you're going to want is the miner potions and the miner totem. And also remember the runes that we put on our axe earlier in this video. Now we're going to see how fast we can actually swing. Volcanic rock right here. Oh my god, we swing at the speed of lightning, bro. This actually might be better than a high damage pickaxe. Like, holy. And there we go. Just like that, we got the fire right. And earlier, I showed you guys how to become a speed god with the Lightite armor. But now I'm going to show you guys some other things that you could do to make yourself even faster. So we're going to buy some speed potions. And as you guys know, our Lightite armor basically has 50% additional movement speed. We have 18% movement speed. And then on our chest piece, we have an additional 14%. So when we drink the speed potion, and then we also do the achievement, if we do the movement speed achievement for exploring areas for 10%, I'm pretty sure we might be able to glitch into walls. That's how fast we're gonna be moving. All right, look how fast we are, bro. Oh my gosh. This is so fast. Yo, what the heck? Guys, we only have 3 more secret glitches, but they actually got taken out the game. I won't even add them to the list. Right now, I believe we're at 64 secrets. If y'all want me to do another video and add even more, make sure you guys subscribe right now. And if you guys subscribe, that means you're part of the Aura Farmer, because my YouTube channel is called Aura, so my subscribers are called the Aura Farmers. And also, the owners of this game leaked, in one of the next few updates, they're going to add clans. So I'm going to make the Aura clan. And if you want to join my clan, make sure you guys subscribe right now. Leave a like and click on the hype button on this video, because one day when the clan update comes out, we're going to make the biggest and best clan of Aura Farmers. But make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Praise Yahweh. I'll see you guys in the next video. Click on the screen right now to watch my next videos.